as everybody's saying right now, and I'm pleased it's being said, the best of his generation. So if he's the best of his generation and Tyson beats him, then Tyson's the best of his generation.
Fury, man. Fury. Like, I'm going with Fury. He knows how to win rematches. The track record speaks for itself. I'm going with Fury.
The ultimate showdown between the giant Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk is almost here, and the boxing community is predicting the outcome. Joe Rogan remarked that Oleksandr Usyk presents a unique test for Tyson Fury, one that the Gypsy King has not yet fully solved. Fury, famous for facing and defeating tough opponents, has typically used his size and talent to take control in the ring.
And if you watch the Usyk fight, he was touching Usyk up in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that reach and that jab, the accuracy that he has, he was doing really well in that fight until he started to slow down a little bit, and Usyk wound up just catching him.
Tyson's trainer, Sugar Hill, called the first fight thrilling, with both fighters showing aggressive moments. Though he acknowledged the disappointment of losing, he emphasized the importance of learning from it to get better. Looking forward to the rematch, he said that life lessons can help people grow and perform better.
And that's what made that first fight just such a great fight, for boxing, period. Whether Tyson won or lost, on my side, I'm with Tyson, so obviously I'm not so happy about the loss because it was a loss, but the thing to do is just to learn from that and to get better.
What's the difference heading into a rematch, Sugar? What's the difference going into a rematch?
You learn lessons in life and you can make yourself better from that.
Spencer Oliver said he is sure Tyson Fury can bounce back in the rematch, praising his smart boxing skills. He hinted that Fury might have misjudged Oleksandr Usyk's talent and power in their first fight. Oliver noted that Usyk's aggressive moves seemed to shake Fury, who needed 4 or 5 rounds to adapt, which ended up costing him the fight. Still, Oliver believes Fury has what it takes to win in the second match.
In your opinion, can he turn the tide?
Yeah, of course he can. He's got the ability, he's got the attributes to be able to do that. You know, he's got the boxing IQ. I think that he may be underestimated Oleksandr Usyk and his strength, actually. And not just his boxing ability, but Usyk took the fight straight to him, and I think that took Fury by surprise. It took him 4 or 5 rounds to get into the fight, and that probably cost him the fight.
Biddle Riley backed Tyson Fury, citing his strong track record in rematches. He emphasized that Fury's history shows his ability to adapt and succeed in second bouts.
Fury, man. Fury. Like, I'm going with Fury. He knows how to win rematches. The track record speaks for itself. I'm going with Fury.
Adam Smith highlighted the unpredictability of heavyweight boxing, suggesting the rematch could see knockdowns or even a stoppage. While acknowledging that many might favor Oleksandr Usyk after the first fight, he emphasized Tyson Fury's strengths, particularly his exceptional footwork. Smith also raised an important question: whether Fury can return to his best form and fully capitalize on his advantages.
Could Fury get a knockdown this time? Could Fury get a stoppage? Could Usyk even get a stoppage? Or, as most people think, will it go the distance? And which way will the judges feel? I think it's close. It's a close one to call. I think probably the majority will go with Usyk just because he won the first fight. But Fury has got so many advantages too. I think one thing that could come into play is Fury's legs. What is still left there with Tyson Fury? Is he as good as he once was? Can he be as good again?
Richard Torres found the rematch interesting, acknowledging Usyk's clear win in the first fight, but praising Fury's resilience. Torres believes Usyk has a clearer path to improve his approach, while Fury needs to work on his footwork and tactic. Though he slightly favored Usyk, Torres noted that Fury's strength and adaptability could give him an edge in the rematch.
Usyk definitely won that first fight, but it was still a close fight. You know, there was like Tyson was doing his thing. I'm excited for the rematch. I've been just a fan of Tyson from an early age, and I've tried to mimic some of Usyk's style, so I have some skin in the game for both sides, but I'm just looking for a good fight. I think that Usyk kind of has a little bit more of a game plan now that he could double up on, and I think that Fury needs to kind of switch up what he needs to do. He needs to get on his feet more, he needs to box, he needs to kind of show a little different facets that he has shown before, but he needs to bring back. But I think it's easier for Usyk to double down than it is for Tyson to change. So I'm leaning a little more towards Usyk, but Tyson Fury, you know, he's a heavyweight, he's a puncher, he has a punch. he has a punch, and he can do what he needs to do.
Matt Macklin called the upcoming fight exciting, highlighting the importance of strategy because both fighters are smart. He mentioned that each will analyze their previous performances, making it interesting to see who can do better than the other.
As much as it'll be fascinating, really, to see how that fight is won and lost. I think tactics will be so. I mean, the key in any fight, but I think in this one really will be, particularly because they're both so clever, and they'll both be analysing their performances, what they did well, what they didn't do well, what the opponent did well, and everything. And then it'll be fascinating to see who can outdo the other.
Barry McGuigan anticipates Tyson Fury will keep his current team due to their long-standing success, but he believes Usyk has figured out Fury's style, and that Fury was lucky to survive their previous encounter. McGuigan is skeptical that Fury will improve in the rematch.
No, I would expect him to show loyalty to the corner. He's had that corner for quite a while, and he's been successful. Why would he change it? He's done very well as a heavyweight champion. He's been around a long time. He served the sport well. He's earned a lot of money. Will he beat Usyk? Never, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. I'm just simply saying Usyk has his number. He was lucky to get through the fight. He, could have been stopped. And I don't think he's going to do any better.
Ricky Hatton emphasized that Fury needs to use his height, reach, and weight more effectively in the rematch, noting that he didn't take advantage of these in their first fight, which allowed Usyk to dominate. Hatton suggested Fury should stay strong, land powerful punches, and show his physical strength. He also highlighted the need for one clear and steady voice in Fury's corner to provide focused and effective guidance.
I think impose his height, impose his reach, impose his weight difference. I mean, all the advantages he has, he didn't use last time. When he allowed, the smaller man, it's a good little man, isn't he? He's a good small man. But I think he allowed the smaller man to bully him around the ring. I'd be a bit inclined to hold my feet, hit him hard, use the weight advantage, use the reach advantage, use the height advantage that I don't think he used last time, and just have one voice in the corner.
Paul Smith said that Tyson Fury might retire after his next fight, as a possible match with Anthony Joshua might not excite the public anymore. He recognized Oleksandr Usyk as the favored fighter, but noted that Fury could still pull off an unexpected win.
I think it could be his last fight, regardless of what he does. If he wins, he could retire in the ring and be done, because I think the AJ fight's gone. I don't think anyone would want to see that now, with all due respect to both of them, in my opinion. But I think it's Usyk's fight to lose. I think Usyk's proven he's number one in the division now, with a lot, especially that given how well Dubois done. So it's Usyk's to lose, but it's not by all means a foregone conclusion. I think Usyk is the favourite. I think Usyk would possibly do it, but wouldn't be surprised if Fury did it.
Pat Brown respected both Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, praising Usyk's technical skills and calling Fury a bigger, stronger version of a similar style. Brown noted that while Fury did well in their first fight, he could have done better, though he wasn't criticizing Usyk. He believes that if Fury performs at his best in the rematch, it will be an exciting fight, with Fury having a strong chance to win.
And in terms of Fury and Usyk, I've always been a fan of both fighters massively. Obviously Usyk's an unbelievable technician, and so is Fury, just a bigger version. I do think going into this second one, like Fury did amazing the first one, but I felt like Tyson definitely could have done better, and that's not me writing Usyk off whatsoever. I respect him massively, but in terms of Fury, I think if he brings his A game, he's in for a treat definitely for that night.
Sean Porter expressed confidence in Tyson Fury's ability to win against Oleksandr Usyk, pointing out Fury's size, reach, and skill as key advantages. He highlighted Fury's ability to use his physical traits, combining them with speed and strategy. Porter predicted that the rematch would follow a similar pattern to the early rounds of the first fight, with Fury dominating through focus, toughness, and a strategy aimed at neutralizing Usyk's strengths.
I actually do expect him to win this rematch. I think he's bigger than Usyk, and that size advantage that he has, he, unlike most fighters, knows how to use that size, that reach, that speed. I think the whole fight will play out the way that the first half played itself out. I think the whole fight's going to go that way. A very focused and determined Fury is a quiet and relentless Fury.
Terence Crawford shared his thoughts on the Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury fight, praising both fighters. He said it will be an exciting match and wished them both the best. Crawford also congratulated the future undisputed heavyweight champion, no matter who it is, for their accomplishment.
My prediction for the Usyk and Tyson Fury fight, both of them win. I like both of them. It's gonna be a great fight. May the best man win. And to the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, congratulations.
Jay Opataya shared his excitement for the upcoming rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. He pointed out that both fighters are now more familiar with each other's styles, which makes the fight more interesting. Opataya believes Fury has the skills to beat Usyk, stressing that the key will be how well Fury can use them on fight night.
Yeah, that's a good fight. You know, I'm excited for this second fight. You know, I feel like they both sort of know each other now, and I feel like Fury, he's got the tools to beat, you know, Usyk, but he just needs to apply them.
Jamie Moore suggested that Tyson Fury should leverage his size and power to make his rematch against Oleksandr Usyk a more physical encounter. He recommended focusing on body shots early in the fight to wear Usyk down and make the match more demanding. By employing these tactics, Fury could limit Usyk's ability to rely on his technical superiority and agility in the later round. Moore emphasized that disrupting Usyk's rhythm and neutralizing his adaptability would be key to securing a victory.
Tyson Fury can drag him into a dogfight like I thought he should have approached the first fight, because when you've got so much size and weight advantage, you've got to utilise it, and I don't ever think someone who's so ring savvy and experienced and learns from a fight as it progresses. Usyk is so well versed in that. He adapts to you so well. You can't allow him to go into the second half of the fight where he's just being outboxed, but he's not being outmanned. And I feel like Fury's got to outman him, drag him into an ugly fight, work his body, and make sure he's fatigued going into the second half of the fight so he can't run away with it.
Piers Morgan expressed strong belief in Tyson Fury's chances to bounce back from his loss to Oleksandr Usyk, emphasizing Fury's determination to reclaim his position. He stressed that underestimating Fury would be a mistake, pointing to his proven resilience and history of overcoming obstacles.
British fans want to know, is Tyson Fury going to be able to avenge that loss to Usyk?
He'll want to.
What do you think, Kenny?
I've never ever underestimated Tyson Fury.
Derek Chisora expressed concerns about the quality of Tyson Fury's sparring sessions, suggesting that his training partners might not be challenging him enough. In contrast, he praised Oleksandr Usyk's intense and aggressive style, predicting that Usyk will be even more relentless in the rematch, having already shown he can hurt Fury. While Chisora hopes to see Fury win, he acknowledges that the odds seem to be against him.
Do I believe Tyson can beat you, Alexander? I look at everybody he's got in his sparring camp. I personally don't believe that you can actually, the sparring partners he's got right now, they're pushing him to be menace. You know, they are in awe of Tyson. You know, they will pull their punches when they're sparring. You know, they will. This is what I'm seeing from the things I see on Instagram. So, what I see, what Alexander's doing is totally different to what, because I think Alexander's way is more like start fast and finish fast. He knows he can hurt him now, so he's gonna come and try and hurt him. You will not, as he keeps saying, you won't leave him alone. I would love Tyson to win, but right now those odds are not looking great.
Ben Shalom expressed hope for Tyson Fury's chances in the rematch, but saw Oleksandr Usyk as the favorite. He praised Usyk's consistency and calm under pressure, highlighting his ability to adapt. While Shalom acknowledged Fury's potential for improvement, he believed Usyk could raise his performance even more. He also praised Saudi Arabia for facilitating the long-awaited rematch, emphasizing its importance for the heavyweight division.
I always backed Tyson for the first one. I always liked Tyson to win this as the Brit. You know, I can never see a way past Oleksandr Usyk. I mean, he's proven it time and time again, and I actually don't think that was the best Oleksandr Usyk that we see, and I think he's going to be better this time. I do think Tyson's going to be better, but I think you have to go with Oleksandr given the history, as much as I hope Tyson can win, but a great fight. And again, Riyadh Season delivering what we could have only dreamed of. I remember that fight took so long to make without their involvement. It was 12 months of back and forth, and we thought it was on and we thought it was off. And I think sometimes we forget how far the sport has come. The fact that that can be turned around that quickly is incredible. And as you said, the heavyweight division keeps moving. It's one that we've got an eye on, and fingers crossed, everything starts to open up after that fight on December the 21st.
Mark Tibbs advised Tyson Fury to control the center of the ring, push Usyk onto the back foot, and focus on landing his straight right hand followed by the uppercut. While noting Fury's success in the first fight, he highlighted Usyk's ability to turn the tide with a left cross. Tibbs stressed the importance of Fury winning the final round to secure a victory or draw, emphasizing that aggression and sticking to his strategy are key for success in the rematch.
Well, Fury's got to get Usyk, really, he's got to hold the centre with him and get him on his back foot as much as he can, and he's got to get the straight right hand off before the right uppercut. In my opinion, straight one beats the uppercuts, and he's got to front hand him and back him up, lift him up, bomb. He was doing really well, Tyson, and let him back in, and Usyk got his left cross off, being a southpaw. He got it off, and I was like, oh. No, it could go downhill, and it did a little bit for Fury. He needed to win that last round, like big, to get a draw or the win.
Bill Haney, father of Devin Haney, shared his thoughts on the Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk rematch. Initially surprised by Usyk's win in their first fight, Haney now fully believes in the Ukrainian's abilities. He predicted Usyk will outclass Fury again, securing a 2-0 lead. While acknowledging Fury's fighting spirit and family background, Haney believes Usyk's skills will prove too much, backing him for the win.
Man, I didn't think Usyk was going to do Fury like he did him. So Usyk has made me a believer.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's made me a believer. I think that he'll upstage Fury again.
Oh, so you think it's going to be 2-0?
It'll be 2-0.
Right. I mean, Fury is a interesting guy, man. Doesn't look like a world champion boxer, but you throw him in the ring and,
He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
He's a real fighter.
No, he's a fighter. He comes from a fighter family.
Yeah.
His dad, a mastermind. Within himself, so I expect a fight now. I expect Tyson to come. He's gonna come ready, but I think Usyk will upstage him.
Okay, so you got your money on Usyk.
Yes.
Okay.
Sam Jones expressed his strong support for Tyson Fury, saying he has a lot of respect and admiration for him. He shared that while Fury might enter the fight as the underdog this time, he fully believes in Fury's ability to win. Jones was confident, saying he was 100% sure that Fury could get the victory, and emphasized how much he would love to see him succeed and get the job done.
The first one with Tyson Fury, I want him to. I hope he does. I've got so much time for Tyson. I'd love him to win. I think he starts this time as the underdog, but do I think Tyson Fury can win? 100% I do. I really do believe that, and as I say, I really would love him to get the job done. And
Johnny Fisher expressed excitement for the Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk rematch, calling the first fight a brilliant contest. Supporting Fury, he highlighted his strong history in rematches and plans to use added weight to his advantage. Fisher acknowledged Fury's success in the first bout while praising Usyk's skill and resilience. He sees this as a historic battle between the two top heavyweights and hopes the best man wins.
Great fight. We know the first fight was brilliant. I'm backing Tyson Fury. I think his track record of rematches, I think I've seen a few pictures of him coming in a bit chunkier, a bit heavier, playing to his natural strengths, and he had Usyk going. But we know how good Usyk is. If you beat Usyk, I think he's conquered the world, hasn't he? Because he's beat everyone he needs to beat. I don't know what's happened with the light there. And just excited to see the fight. May the best man win. The two best on the planet.
Simon Jordan highlighted the physical toll the first fight took on Oleksandr Usyk, who overcame a significant size disadvantage against Tyson Fury. He pointed to a pivotal moment in the 6th round when Fury landed a brutal uppercut, giving him control from rounds 4 to 7. However, Usyk's resilience and ability to recover stood out as he regained control in the later round. Jordan emphasized Usyk's mental toughness and technical skill, which allowed him to adapt and execute his strategy despite the challenges.
What they both put on there, and whoever won or lost that fight, or whoever felt they won or lost that fight, it was
a tough fight. So you have to, straight away you get that respect. You gain
Both
that respect.
of them know it was a tough fight.
Yeah, of course
you
they do.
gain that respect.
Yeah. Do you go with the? I mean, I remember Frank talking after the fight, or maybe a day after the fight, saying he went into the dressing room after the fight and saw Usyk, and Usyk looked like he'd had more taken out of him.
I will definitely say that Usyk would have had to work a lot harder than Tyson Fury because of the size disadvantages, the size advantage in Fury's favour.
Dave Coldwell commented that there wasn't much talk leading up to the fight, as Fury remained silent, while Usyk let his actions speak for him, such as his choice of outfit and efforts to raise money for Ukrainian soldiers. Coldwell pointed out that after losing the first fight, Fury couldn't engage in trash talk this time, making the rematch strictly about business. He emphasized that Fury understands the task at hand and will prepare to the best of his ability for the upcoming bout.
Apart from the track that Tyson Fury walked out to, and apart from the outfit that Usyk walked into, there wasn't a lot to say, was there? There's never going to be a lot. If Tyson's in that mood where he doesn't want to speak much, then he don't give you much. And Usyk's Usyk, he basically spoke without speaking in his outfit, and the briefcase, and getting Tyson to sign that photo so he could raise some money for the Ukrainian soldiers and things like that. He was never going to get a lot, It's just not. I think Tyson knows this time, whereas he was calling him names before the last one. Can't really do that this time because he got beat. He'd look pretty silly if he'd be calling him all names under the sun after having got beat. So I think it's just business now, and he knows he's got a job to do, and he's going to prepare to the best that he can to get the job done, really.
Tony Bellew predicted a more decisive defeat for Tyson Fury in his rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. He emphasized Usyk's skill at fighting on the back foot, a style that challenges Fury's ability to dominate. Bellew noted that while Fury applied pressure in their first fight, Usyk's strength lies in his defense and counterattacks. To beat Usyk, Bellew explained, a fighter must outmaneuver him with counters, feints, and superior technique throughout the fight, an approach Fury has yet to show.
But if I'm being totally honest, do I think he'll win? No, I think he'll lose again. And this time, I think he'll lose really, really clearly, because Usyk this time will go on the back foot. And that is the worst nightmare for for Tyson Fury, because that's one that he can't control. You've got to understand, Cougs, he pressed the whole fight. He walked the 6'9", 20-stone man down. He walked him down and bullied him. Imagine what he does when he fights to his attributes and fights to his best, because his best is fighting on the back foot. Anyone who studies and knows Usyk the way I know him, and I studied him, is you'll know that you've got to bring him to you, and that's the way to beat him. But you've got to counter him and feint, and you've got to be able to sharpshoot with him, you've got to be able to box with him, you've got to be able to offset him, but you've got to be able to continuously do all these things round after round. I couldn't, because guess what? I got tired. That was 6 rounds, 7 rounds of doing it.
Johnny Nelson analyzed the Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk rematch, warning that if Fury doesn't change his tactics, the outcome will likely mirror their first fight. He explained that Usyk now has a clear strategy, having proven he can hurt Fury with his speed, sharpness, and boxing skill. Usyk's understanding of Fury's style, combined with his agility at around 15 stone, gives him a key advantage.
If Tyson Fury doesn't change anything like he keeps saying he's not, then the result will be exactly the same. If Tyson Fury, the problem is Usyk now has a blueprint for beating Tyson Fury. But Usyk now knows, he doesn't think, now knows he can hurt Tyson Fury. Now knows he's a bit faster, a bit sharper, he can get away with certain things. He knows this. Usyk was coming in around the 15 stone bracket, and so he knows he has the speed, he has the power, and he has the boxing ability to beat him.
Nelson stressed that for Fury to win, he must drastically adjust his approach. While he considers Fury the better fighter overall, he believes Usyk is the superior boxer. Nelson advised Fury to make the fight uncomfortable for Usyk, even employing rough tactics to break his rhythm. If Fury sticks to the same plan as before, Nelson predicts he will lose, regardless of his weight advantage.
He knows what to expect. So the second time around, unless Tyson Fury changes drastically, and I still believe Tyson Fury has a beating of it, I think he chose the wrong tactics. I think what they probably worked on was the wrong thing. Tyson's a better fighter, Usyk's a better boxer. They can both fight and they can both box. One is better at the other one than the other. So how does it? It's about measuring it out. Tyson's got to box him, be a little dirty, play close to the bone, make him feel uncomfortable, get him complaining. He's got to do that. He's got to change it up. If he does exactly the same thing in the first place, he loses. It doesn't matter what weight he comes in at.
George Groves believes Oleksandr Usyk will defeat Tyson Fury, recalling when Usyk first moved to heavyweight and was seen as a dark horse. Groves noted that many doubted Usyk's ability against heavyweights like Anthony Joshua, and at the time, Fury wasn't as prominent. Despite the argument that a larger fighter like Fury could overpower Usyk, Groves emphasized Usyk's superior boxing skills as the key factor.
Where do you stand on that? What do you think? I know you was quite strong on that as well. I think that you went Usyk as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I picked Usyk to beat Fury. I remember when Usyk first moved up to heavyweight, I said he's a dark horse, don't write this guy off. You know, we've seen cruiserweights move up to heavyweight and dominate in previous years, and it did seem a bit unfathomable for a lot of people that he's never going to compete with the Anthony Joshuas, or people weren't even really talking about Tyson Fury, I don't think, quite at the time, or maybe he just sort of burst back on the scene beating Wilder. But yeah, I still think Usyk beats him. I think, you know, the argument is a good big un beats a good little un, but I think Usyk is an exceptional fighter. I think in terms of their boxing ability, like, Usyk is a lot better.
From an outsider's perspective, Eddie Hearn praised Oleksandr Usyk as the pound-for-pound best and an undisputed champion, but he emphasized that Tyson Fury has consistently proven his critics wrong. He pointed out that Fury should never be underestimated in the upcoming fight, showing respect for both fighters and their accomplishment.
And Oleksandr Usyk proved himself as the pound-for-pound #1 in the sport. Just a remarkable fighter, undisputed cruiserweight world champion, undisputed heavyweight world champion. And, you know, every time I've bet against Tyson Fury, he's proved everybody wrong. So you can't rule him out in this fight. And all the respect for Oleksandr Usyk. We have to be Team Britain.
So what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about the clash between Fury and Usyk? What do you expect? Share your thoughts in the comment section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.